What do you expect the trend to be in gas prices?
Well, first, good evening, and Lawrence, thank you for having me. I think your chart shows it well. Just a few weeks ago, we were at $5 on average gasoline in the United States. And if you remember, Lawrence, we saw all the a lot of hyperbolic headlines of gasoline was at $5, which predictions that it was going to $6 or $7, or some even called it for $8. Oil was at 122, I believe, and today it's at about 101. So we've seen the fastest decline of gasoline and oil prices in over a decade. So it's been quite remarkable. I think it's going to continue to go down. But let me just add something, because as you mentioned, the average is 452. But actually the most prevalent gasoline price in America today is actually below $4. It's actually $3.99. So that's how far that has come. So most prevalent price is $3.99, and the average is $4.50. So we're going in the right direction. The president still thinks that's too high, and we're still working as hard as we can to take all the action that the president has to date that has resulted in this lower price, and trying to bring that price down. And of course, you're 100% right. By perspective, we're still paying a lot less, and that's across the board on all energy prices.
What is your sense and what is your reckoning of the contribution to inflation that the higher gas prices have contributed, and what will the decline mean for inflation?
Well, first, there's no doubt that energy plays a significant role in inflation, because we're not a food farm to table. We're a farm to truck to table. So everything that our food prices are heavily dependent on the price of gasoline, the price of diesel, the price of energy that it takes to do irrigation and for crops and for animal feed. So across the entire chain, when it's transportation or gasoline and energy prices, as well as food prices, they all affect each other. So there's a real correlation between the high energy prices, high oil prices, natural gas prices, onto what inflation is. So as we saw, the last CPI was high, and that included a lot of energy in it. We'll see some decline, I expect, at the next inflation. But as prices come down, that's clearly going to ease inflation. But most importantly, it's really going to be gasoline, as you know, is one of those prices that Americans feel very, very intimately. Everybody knows the price of gasoline. And so that doesn't only hurt you in the pocket, it really has a psychological effect of seeing those prices so much higher than people are used to. And to be honest, the president has been laser focused on this for the last several months. If you just look at the steps that he's taken that were extraordinary, that some said he didn't have to go that far, or that they wouldn't be effective, and we now have the result. And we saw a lot of headlines blaming him for the price going up. I'll see a lot of headlines of supporting the president, giving him credit for the prices coming down now. But he's released 1 million barrels a day from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. That's the highest that we've ever done. He has led the world in releasing another 60 million barrels a day for over a 6-month period at that time. We've called on the gasoline gas tax to be suspended just for the summer, along with the states would be another 50 cents. So we've taken extraordinary steps in order to be able to bring this price down. And he put an enormous amount of pressure on the refineries and the oil companies to make sure that when oil prices come down, gasoline prices at the pump come down as well. And I think we're starting to see the results of that.